Alright, Knights of Apollo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the battlefield. Long time no see. We are playing Total War Rome 2. And speaking of Romans, we're kind of getting annihilated right here at the start of this battle. This is a 3 vs 3 at the grand city of Carthage. Now, before we dive into this delicious battle, I do have two very important announcements, so stay tuned, guys. Very important. The first one, for true Knights of Apollo, we've got a birthday celebration. So big ol' happy birthday to Maddox. You're turning 10 years old. That's such a cool name too, Maddox. That's an awesome name. You also got an X in the name, and the Roman numeral for 10 is X. I don't know, that's really awesome. Anyways, happy birthday, man. Double digits, already reaching the age of 10. Very cool. So I hope you have a great birthday. I do appreciate your support, man. And yeah, have a good one. Enjoy the video. Enjoy the video on your birthday. Do appreciate it. The second announcement, Discord has, first off, join my Discord, guys. I do a lot of stuff there. I'm trying to build a cool community there, so join the Discord. And when you join, you have the option to become a Discord member. So this is like a monthly payment thing that would support my channel. It's kind of like YouTube members, but for Discord. But guys, it's better. Okay, it's better than YouTube memberships. Why? Well, it's mostly better for me, but I think it's also better for you guys because, one, Discord only takes 10%, where YouTube takes 30% of your membership. So they take that from me, where Discord is only taking 10%. So it's better for me, and it's also pretty cool because it's integrated into Discord, which we all use Discord. So please check it out. There's a link to my Discord. Become a member, and you will get some cool perks like being able to be the first in line for the War of Knights events, the big community events we have. And number two, I also hold, member-only hangouts where you guys will be able to join and hang out with me and just chill, just talk, just play fun games or whatever. It could be anything. So yeah, definitely check that out. I do appreciate the support. And let's now jump in to the battle. All right, so on the attacking side, we have the Galatians. The mighty Galatians. Next to them, we have the Attrition kingdom, which they are famous for their Thracian warriors. And then we have of course, what is this faction name again? Who are these called? I kind of forgot. I don't really know much about them. No, it's the Romans. It's the Romans. They're awesome. They're epic. We all know the Romans. Now, defending, we have some cool factions as well. We have the Nervii, what are they? Arverni, that's it. And then we have Epirus, the kingdom of Epirus, and then finally we have Kush, which is a African kingdom. Now, the walls are currently being bombarded. They're not really bringing too many siege towers. Well, it's mostly the Galatians who are bringing the siege towers, and they're actually abandoning the towers as we speak. I don't know why they're kind of doing that, but I guess they don't feel safe or something. Maybe they have a different strategy in mind. I'm not sure. I'm kind of looking around. It's like, is there a Sally out going on here? I'm not too sure. But the Romans are bringing down the walls as we speak, and the Attrition kingdom as well. So they're just going with a full-blown, just like destroy everything, trying to destroy the walls as much as possible. Epirus is in square formation with their thorough spears, which I always mispronounce, but they have projectile capabilities. They have javies they can throw at the enemy infantry. So, wow, look at that. Like, I would never expect these guys to throw up here, like throw up on the wall like that. Now, we got to be careful here with Galatia because they are getting dangerously close to this wall that's about to collapse. And there you go. They just barely missed that. And we've got man, this is like intense, action-packed. The Roman, who are these? The cohort. They're going in against the chosen swordsmen. So I think the Romans are definitely going to be outmatched here. So they're going to need to send up some more supports. We do have more walls being knocked down. You got to be careful when you knock down walls because it also hurts you as well. Because sometimes when you take control of the walls, you can put archers up here, but you can't really do that when all the paths to go up the walls are gone. But now we've got the Thracian warriors using those big old swords, and they're going to try to split the shields of the thorough spears and try to break through this initial defense. Now, looking at the overall defense, it does appear both parties, attackers and defenders, are going to be defending this one section right here. They're kind of both giving it all they've got in this one spot. So this is going to be an absolute slugfest of a battle. We got the chosen swordsmen. We've got the cohort and legionaries in the mix. And I'm seeing some Praetorian Guard, which is the best of the best. And you can see this fight is, well, it's getting spicy. All right, some more troops charging in as well. Thracian warriors charging in. Thorough spears holding the line. The mercenary Italian swordsman, chosen swordsman. Look at them, just holding this gap here, just trying to set up a sandwich, making a delicious barbarian sandwich. Really, I mean, the bread and the meat here would be the sandwich, right? And they're both barbarian. Nice play by the Galatians to kind of spread out their troops and try to maintain order without getting collapsed on, unorganized. But they're definitely going to need some help here. And honestly, guys, they need to reactivate these arrow towers. It will give them more options to attack more walls, because now they're stuck in these very narrow, broken pathways that are going to be super easy for the defenders to hold. The attackers need more options as we speak. Now the Romans are advancing forward their auxiliary Syrian archers. So they're going to send them up and try to, I assume, whittle away the infantry of the Cushites, I assume. I mean, it's mostly Cush holding against the Romans, and the reason for that is because Cush have these show-tell warriors. These guys have really good armor piercing, so they do very well against the armor of the Romans. They also have some chosen swordsmen, so Rome is really taking the brunt of this defense. Now looking in reserve, there's still a lot of infantry in reserve. Now the Attrition kingdom might be pouring in these Thracian nobles, which almost look like they're sliding through this vegetation, but it's because you can't see their feet. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool illusion there, if I do say so myself. So yeah, they're just kind of sliding through the grass there, getting ready to charge in, and this is going to be interesting. I think the weakest part of this defense is right here where these thorough spears are. They need to just hit it hard. They need to go in, smack their infantry into the enemy infantry, the defensive infantry, and overwhelm them. Over here, a nice play by the Galatian legionaries, flanking some mercenary Italian swordsmen fighting for Epirus. So it was a good play there, trying to, like, just push their infantry through that gap to get behind the mercenary Italian swordsmen. And that's what I was talking about. It just seemed like the defense was weakest here. And this is the best opportunity for the attackers to kind of get in here and do some damage. Let's get a nice bird's eye view of the fight. I don't see anything. I'm just kind of checking for... Oh, wait a second. This is what I was checking for. We've got a sally out by Epirus. We've got heavy shock cav, and we also have some dogs here. So that's pretty... Look how big these dogs are, too. Oh, my gosh. Beast of a creature. So, yeah, we got some dogs. They're going to try... I've never seen dogs sally out. I've seen dogs in siege battles, but never used them in a sally out. I don't know if they're going to... it looks like they're not going to commit. I think it's because they don't really see an opportunity, and honestly, that's probably for the best. The archers are now in position, but my goodness, it has been a brutal archer battle, as it seems like a huge chunk of these Syrian archers have been evaporated from enemy archer fire, because in the back here, I mean, the same thing can be said for the defenders. This has been a gnarly, with the catapult, the fiery balls of justice coming down on the archers of the defenders, you know, honestly, I thought the Romans were having the worst of it, but really it's the defenders who just had their entire, it looks like their entire archer force wiped out. But of course, there are some more archers. We got some Kujite archers, which are really good. But yeah, really nasty play from both sides. And here comes some Praetorian Guard. They're really trying to slice their way through this. But look at this, the Galatians are making their way. They're finally chewing up this center position. And this is going to be really good for them. They are starting to break up the defenders on this section right here. Right? This is still going to be a problem because Epirus and Arverni is still kind of defending it pretty well. But in the center, it's looking weak. If this is, let's see, if this was the dam is cracking, I guess is a good analogy, metaphor, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't look great for the defenders in the center, but that's not a big deal. I guess the worst, well, actually it could be. They need to plug these gaps. Honestly, this could be a problem because if they break through here, they can start charging here. They can get behind these defenders. There's a lot of problems. In fact, if I was Galatia, I might even try to snake my way through here and get behind and help Rome out. You definitely want to keep Rome alive, as they are, you know, they have very good infantry. And oh, giving those throw of spears a taste of their own medicine. You'll love to see it, guys. You'll love to see it. So we're just gonna chill. I enjoy watch. I hate throw of spears so much. Hate them so much. A nice volley from the Javies there. Excellent. And here, oh, is that a flank? Where did that come from? Oh, they broke through over here. They broke through. Oh, they're going to instantly destroy Epirus. But you know what? Epirus, I think they're like, yeah, okay, you won. I'm going to shift some infantry here. We need more reinforcements going through here. They could easily flank Epirus here. Chaos in this defense. It has been a juicy defense. A bloody battle. And I think the attackers are on a good foot here. I think they've got a good start in this assault. They got a lot of infantry. They're going to come crashing in, reinforcing different parts of the battlefield. So the question is, what do the defenders do? Well, what you can't do is panic. And what they should do is probably put up a nice line of troops here and here. Of course, keep some on guard over here against the Romans, and then just hold here. Not too bad. So that's like, what, 3 different locations? Now, if I'm the attackers, of course, naturally, I would say keep putting pressure at these positions that look like they're going to collapse. But at the same time, get some soldiers on these siege towers. Get these siege towers on the flanks. Just force, I mean, you could even send one way over here. It might not be worth it, but just make the defenders uneasy and make them have to shift troops around and defend different various locations. That's what you got to do. Spread out the defenders. Even if you don't plan on like succeeding on the flank, just send something over there to cause the defenders to be weaker in the center where your main attack is. You know, Sun Tzu, Art of War. What is that Sun Tzu? What is the saying, like, where you're gonna attack, look weak, and where you attack, I don't know, whatever. Just basically win the battle, Sun Tzu. Win the battle. All right, now we've got Thracian nobles going in. It looks like Epirus is on its last leg. I don't know why they're not sending infantry through this opening, because they could easily get a flank on Epirus here. Rome looks like he's preparing to send in another Praetorian Guard. Looks like they've seen some action, but they've gotten no kills. Wait, what is this? A sally out by the Khuzaits? Hold on, is there any more? No. The Khuzaits sally out with 1 unit of cav, going after the Roman general. I don't think this is worth it. I don't think this is worth it. My goodness. I think they've got this under control. Yeah, the Desert Cav is breaking. They're escaping with the slingers. They're trying to get the slingers out of there so they don't get run down. And I still just like, just charge. Just charge right through there. Just go in there and flank them. Go in there and flank. Dang it. But here comes more infantry. Now you've got to flank more than ever. There's so much infantry exposed, but I think it's too late because chosen swordsmen are moving up to plug the gap and protect the flank of the Emperor. Wait, no, they're going to meet the Romans. Chosen swords versus Praetorian Guard, the battle of elites. And now we have Thracian warriors coming in. Medium melee infantry. Finally, they are exposing the gap. And they're going to charge. Look at these. They're going to charge right. Oh! That's the one negative with Thracian warriors. They just can't handle projectiles. It will shred them up. And just like that, they break. But that's okay. Because the main point is to just overwhelm the defenders here. That's exactly what they're doing. They've got these guys surrounded. I think our Verni's coming in to try to support them. Reinforce the front lines. Oh, yeah, and Kush. Kush sending in some Shotel warriors as well. And it's leading to a giant mosh pit of destruction. Wow, wow, wee wow. Now back over here, things are a bit calmer, but the front line still continues to fight. Got some Thracian hoplites taking on the Celtic giant ballista and the Galatian legionaries. All right, so more forces moving forward. We got some archers getting into position. So they're still just, the attackers are still just concentrating all of their might into one spot. It's not a terrible idea, but again, I just wish they could send a couple units on the flanks just to spread out the defenders. But honestly, all things considered, this attack is not going poorly. Shotel warriors charging in. We got a depleted unit. They're just sending everything they got against these Romans. But there is a ton. You hear that voice crack? There's a ton of Thracian warriors in the mix. And I think they've now gained control of the center. They just have to finish up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, and they are sending more and more. This is a great sight for the attackers because the defenders are constantly sending in reserves, which is going to cause them to bleed a lot of men. And this is, you know, sieges are battles of attrition. And can the attackers withstand the waves of reinforcements coming to the front line? We'll find out soon enough. So just looking at the bird's eye view of this battle, our Verni still has, what, like 30% of his army? I would say the same for the Adricians. The Romans have taken a beating. Their army exhausted, but let's hope that the Romans exhausted a lot of the enemy before being wiped out. It's looking like Kush is still very healthy, relatively speaking. They've got some pikes waiting in reserve. That's good for them. Also, you know, what's really good for them is that these pikes most likely will not have to deal with a lot of archers because we've seen a lot of archer fire come down. Now, okay, here we go. We do have some bowmen that look, I don't think we've seen them in action, too much. So they probably have a decent amount of ammo. So they could deal with those pikemen. Our Verney has some decent numbers. Epirus looks like to be the same like Rome. They're pretty banged up, pretty defeated. So it's really going to come down to Kush and Galatia, I believe. Ooh, look at those guys go. So again, bird's eye view. I like to see the big picture here. You can even do the tactical view. And they're doing what they can. The defenders are being smart. They're plugging up the gaps that they need to. But again, it's just going to come down to a battle of attrition. The center is getting a little weak here for the defender, or the attackers, I should say. The defenders are doing a good job of maintaining this position. They stopped the bleeding. We have some, what are these, Syrian archers from Galatia going in. They're probably not going to get much done, but if they can absorb some ammo, then that's a win-win. Amazingly, the hoplites are still holding here. Doing a good job. That's what hoplites are known for. Holding choke points. Being an absolute unit. Absolute wall of men. And man, Kush still has a lot of troops. Kush is still... They still have a lot of troops. This is insane. Insane. We got to get reserves in the fight from the attackers. They cannot lose their ground here. They need to maintain their attack and put the flame under the defenders. They cannot give up here. They cannot... they can't fall back. They can't be less aggressive. Keep going in here and do not let this front line fall. Send in the reserves. More and more reinforcements coming in from Kush. And you know, Kush has a lot of reserves, but are they good? Because I've seen nothing but elites from Kush. Hold on. Another sally out. Odrysian Cav is hunting them down. Going after this cavalry. Oh, here comes Epirus. Oh, but the Odrysian Cav, once again, defending their infantry, preventing any kind of charges. The dogs. Moving forward. So this will be interesting. So the sally out has not been too impressive, to be honest. But, you know, it's something. There we go. The dogs have been released. Who let the dogs out? Oh my gosh. The cav charges these great dogs. Dogs suck, dude. Look at this. They've just like been utterly wiped out by one cav charge. Oh, poor puppies. Poor puppies. Look at them. They're just trying to be a good boy. They're just trying to be a good boy for their kingdom, their country. Poor dogs. It's too bad. Nice little charge here from Epirus. Going for the skirmishers of the Attrition kingdom, but I just don't think it's that good. It's not that good. So there you have it, guys. A little bit of a sally out there. Didn't really lead to much, to be honest. They are breaking 2 units of archers, but I don't know. The archers do have ammo, so maybe it's something. But we'll see. But, yeah, look at this. Now the pikes have been called to the front. Called to the front, baby. Trying to chew up these swordsmen. Armored Shotel warriors fighting their hearts out. They're still fighting over here. It looks like the hoplites are starting to finally crack. And the Oathsworn are waiting in reserve for the defenders to charge in. Empress has some pikemen as well. Guys, this is crazy. I mean, it feels like we're in the final stages of the battle. Like, it feels like there's not much more that's going to happen. Like, whoever wins this fight here is going to win it all. But there's still 20 minutes left in this battle replay. So it's just kind of like, what's going to happen here? How's this going to work? Oh, yeah, these pikes are going to just obliterate these swordsmen. Build the skies. Now looking at the reserves, they are getting lighter and lighter. I love the fact that the Romans are holding back one unit of Praetorian Guard. They're like, you know what? We're going to keep them back until the very end. That's honestly not a bad idea because this one unit could rack up a lot of kills, especially if they're taking on a bunch of depleted, tired units. So that's a good play by Rome. You know, he's just not throwing his army away. There we go. The hoplites finally break. And now these swordsmen are fighting it out, duking it out. Galatia sending in more reinforcements. They're cycling in and out troops to keep them fresh. I like to see it. I like to see it. But you start to wonder, like, how desperate. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no, these are Thracians. At quick glance, it looked like the Thracians were Khuzaits because they have similar colors. But yeah, they're trying to fight the good fight here. Khuzaits. Khuzaits. Did I call them Khuzaits? Oh my gosh. The Khuzaits. The Khuzaits. Not the Khuzaits. That's Bannerlord. Kush is doing a good job with their infantry. Oh my gosh. Guys, you know, all these games just blend together. Khuzaits. Kushites. But yeah, they're making a nice, like, victory, a V victory shape of, you know, victory shape. V shape here, just kind of holding these two choke points with pikes. Well, these are actually Epirus, Hellenic Royal Guard. So they're going to be able to hold there for a while. Over here is a little concerning for the defenders, because if they can actually break through this, they could get behind these pikes, and that would kind of save the day. But so far, nothing. Still an epic struggle for this first initial area of Carthage. Here comes another big charge from the Thracian Royal Cav. Trying to get in there, do some damage. Rome has sent in their final elite unit. Nice and healthy. Do they have any projectiles? If they do, oh, this is huge. Oh, no, it's the unit behind them. But do they have any projectiles? It doesn't look like it. It does not look like it, but they're just chilling. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. You love to see it. Now they're going to charge in. Beautiful charge by the Praetorians. But the attackers are getting crushed over here. Just crushed. They don't really have any more reinforcements. I mean, they do, but you're going to charge them into that. Nah, I just don't think it's going to happen. Don't think it's going to happen. The balance of power is now in favor of the defenders. It looks like the defenders are going to hang on here, but it's not over yet. I've seen crazier things in Total War battles. Thracian Cav now into the city of Carthage. What do we got here? Oh, nice play by Arverni. sending up Levy Freeman, who have projectile capabilities. They're going to throw their javies down on the infantry fighting for this choke point. You can see they're going to probably do a lot of damage here. It's just an easy target. A really good play there by Arverni, using the most out of his army. And look at this. They broke through on this flank, but they still have to deal with the Hellenic Royal Guard. Do they have archers? Now is the time to send up the archers, but honestly, I do not see any archers. So the next best thing is projectiles. Pila. Do you have any javies? Do you have any Pila? Try to use that on the pikemen. If you don't have that, then you got to figure out how to flank and get behind them, because full-on charging them is going to be disaster. And they also have some Royal Peltis right behind them supporting them. Yeah, this is not going to be pretty for the attackers. Same thing over here. Archers. They need archers to deal with these Royal Guard. So Galatia sending in some cav. Check this out. We do have a cav charge that is going to go behind the lines. Look at that. I don't think it's going to lead to anything. They could kill a general. That would be huge. But it's a nice play. I like the move. They could follow up with infantry. No, I don't think they're going to do it. Galatia moving up some infantry. These Romans are in testudo formation. Yeah, I'm not seeing any projectiles being thrown. It looks like the cav has been defeated for Galatia. Well done by the defenders, keeping that cav in check. The Romans have decided to fall back. They might be moving down here. Or they could still use these siege. Oh, there we go. They're using the siege towers. Finally, guys, finally. It might be too late, but it's better late than never. A brutal fight in the street here. I don't think this front line has changed during this whole battle. I mean, they were held, I guess, a little bit. It's fallen back, but yeah, I mean, really, there's probably thousands of dead here after an intense amount of fighting. All right, now we got fresh reserves going in. But the question is, where are the pikemen? Oh, they're over here. They're watching the flank. I don't think any... I guess they're worried about Galatia charging some cav down there. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But I would just use this general to hold the gap in case he tries to charge. Here comes some Levy Freeman to reinforce the front line, trying to support the defense. Support the defense. Epirus falling back here with their general. All right, the siege towers are moving. And now they've got to figure out a way to deal with the Royal Guard. If they can deal... Honestly, guys, if the attackers can deal with these pikemen and wipe them out, I think they can win this battle. But that's way easier said than done. Now we got cav charging into the pikemen. Not a good idea. The balance of power is still in favor of the defenders, but it hasn't really changed since we last looked at it. Romans have pushed in, and they've got a little bit of a flank on the pikemen, but they are experiencing a lot of resistance from reinforcements in this other pikeman unit, the Kujite pikes. The Kuzates. The Kuzates! Here comes some levy freemen reinforcing the lines. All right. Here we go. Thracian warriors coming to the walls. Do the defenders realize this? Do they know? Possibly, possibly not. Huge push over here. Lots of cav from the attackers. We've got this, is this a, oh, the Royal Pelt is coming in to support. That might be enough to hold, but this is 2 general units holding the front line. If they die here, that could be trouble for the defenders. Now the Roman infantry have been called back into the fight. Oh, look at this. They've surrounded the Royal Guard. That's exactly what they needed right here. Just chew away at the Royal Guard. As soon as they turn, charge in the other unit. But we've got another unit of pikes coming in from Kush. They gotta hurry up and break these guys, and they know it. And yeah, the Romans are gonna try to evacuate out of there, which they do. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wow. More pikes have been sent to the center, guys, of this fight. This has become an absolute brutal battle. Over this way, we've got some chosen swordsmen trying to reinforce this gap where the Thracian warriors have really... I would have flanked them a little bit more. I mean, they could have... Yeah. I would have flanked them a little bit more, but more Galatian warriors coming in. Thorac warriors in the thick of it against the Arverni infantry. Very cool to see. And we're getting down to the final stage of the battle here, guys. It's still really close. It's still a really close battle is what I'm trying to say. But I think the attackers still have a chance of winning, though it's mostly in favor of the defenders. This has become an absolute brawl over here as well.
Warriors on me!
More and more reinforcements converging on this way because honestly, there's a lot of breaking going on here from both sides. Mercenary hoplites coming in from the Attrition kingdom. That's going to greatly support. It's going to stabilize the front line. Hoplites aren't the best at killing, but they can help the front line and preserve it and keep it from collapsing. Oh yeah, this is huge. They are breaking through the defenders over on this side. The Roman general coming over using some abilities. That's very cool. I love how the Roman player lost his army, but he's doing everything he can to support his teammates. Now we got some pikes. Oh, they're losing over here, though. The attackers are losing over here. The defenders are cleaning up. Interesting, interesting. Balance of power, I would say, is even more in favor of the defenders. But the attackers do have something going on here. Look at this. They're going to try to charge the rear of these pikes, but the pikes aren't having it. They're falling back. And we do have one more unit of Thracian nobles. This is the general unit. Oh, this is going to be big. This is going to be huge. They're not going to go for it, though. Are they? Are they? Yes, they are. They're going for it. And they're going to be able to surround the defenders here who got themselves locked in against these hoplites. They're going to find themselves surrounded. Oh, here comes the pikes, though. Good use of the pikes. Kind of keeping them in reserve, waiting for the infantry, the enemy infantry to charge. Let's see what he does here. Let's see what he does. Oh, another cab charge coming in. The general, he's fighting the pikes. You got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that.
As you say.
And now we've got more and more infantry in Cav pushing, and this is huge, guys. This could be a problem. Galatian Cav in the back lines. This could be a problem. Oh my gosh. Okay, it looks like, okay, this is good for the defenders. It looks like the defenders are winning over here. We are down to the last 6 minutes, a little less of the battle. It's still heavily favored for the defenders. But again, I like the fight in these attackers. They're still doing their best to try to take the city. We got some reserves just watching, waiting, just in case a unit slips by, a unit of Cav. And look at this Cav. They have broken through the defense, but what can they do with 2 depleted unit of Cav? Well, they can run down these archers. That's one thing. And they certainly are going to do that. We also have the general, the Thracian nobles, who are slipping by the royal guard. And they're going to try to support, I assume, the Galatian, what's left of the Galatian legionaries. Oh, Epirus's general is breaking. And the Attrition hoplites are still standing. What a fight. What a fight this has been so far. Very one-sided. Very one-sided. But now the Cav, you know what the Cav's doing? He might be going for a sneaky capture. Oh, but he's breaking. I don't know. This general's got to make it. He's going to go for a sneaky back cap. And I'm looking at the defenders here, and I don't see anybody going back to stop this. Unbelievable. What they might be doing is they're hoping to kill enough of the army to cause everyone to break. I assume that's, you know, mass casualties cause other men to break. We saw the Attrition general here, the Thracian noble, and he's going to just charge in and keep these guys busy. But yeah, they're going for the capture point. They are going for the capture point. Oh my goodness. I think they're going to do it. There's so much distance between them and the enemy. Now keep in mind, when you have Cav, you have to dismount them.
Dismount.
Yeah, he already knows. He already knows. He's going for the win. He is going for the win. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. I cannot believe this is happening. They saw that Cav. Why did they not send anything back there to stop it? They sent nothing back there. They just defeated pretty much everything the attackers had except for this one Cav unit. And they're going to take the city. That's hilarious. All right. We're going to fast forward here because obviously there's nothing going on. What in the world? All right, so hold on. Let's press play. 2 minutes left. They got to dismount. No, they captured it. They don't need to dismount. He just has to hold now. So what's happening now is there's a timer that's going down. And if that timer reaches 0, it's victory for the attackers. It is victory. So we'll just fast forward because we cannot see any of the enemy infantry. And I don't think any of the enemy has any cav, and I wish we could see the timer. I wish we could see the timer, but I don't think it's gonna happen. 30 seconds left. I guess that's our timer. That's the battle replay timer. Yeah, 10. Finally! And he's gonna charge him. Doesn't matter. Too late. A costly victory for the attackers. Unbelievable. A great job right there. And that's why you always have to defend the town center, because they can easily sneak in and take it. So this was sent in by Ian Dorez. Ian Dorez, 27. I do appreciate the battle replay. Absolutely killing it for his team. I mean, almost 3,000 kills, and he won the day by backcapping the town center. So really good job by him. I do appreciate the battle replay. And then GG to the defending team as well. They did great. It's just their one flaw was not making sure they defended that town center, and they had plenty of infantry to go. It just send one unit, one depleted unit would have been enough. But easier said than done. You can't be a backseat gamer. A lot of us have made the same mistakes, but yeah. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Once again, big happy birthday to Maddox. Hope it's a good one. And I do appreciate the support, guys. Don't forget about the Discord partnership. Remember, if you have to pick between YouTube membership and Discord membership, go with Discord. I do appreciate the support, guys, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.